a significant change in the Brooklyn Park Police Department. Brooklyn Park Police Chief Craig Enveldson tells CCX News he plans to retire at the end of June. Enveldson turned in a retirement letter last Friday. He was named police chief back in December 2014. Under his leadership, the department implemented several programs, including working with civilian groups to help cut down on violent crime. The chief previously expressed concern about crime with the governor during a public safety roundtable earlier this year. Meanwhile, Brooklyn Park Police are investigating a case of shots fired. Police received a 911 call to a report of shots heard in the area of 67th and Idaho Avenues North, to the west of the Willows apartment complex. When officers responded, they found evidence of gunfire that damaged a nearby pavilion. Police learned several individuals had been arguing near the pavilion before the gunfire. Witnesses reported seeing 3 individuals wearing dark clothing run from the scene after the shots were heard. The incident remains under investigation. In Brooklyn Center, the city has selected a new police chief. City leaders have confirmed with CCX News that the city has selected Kellis McDaniel to become the city's next chief. He was one of 2 finalists for the job. McDaniel was a lieutenant for the past 13 years with the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office. Prior to that role, McDaniel worked as a corrections officer for more than 7 years with the Scott County Sheriff's Office. A 2-year-old boy is recovering after being mauled by a pit bull at a Brooklyn Center playground. The incident happened in the morning of May 16th at Bellevue Park. As reporter Sonia Goins shows us, the search is on to find the dog and its owner. And a warning to viewers, some of the pictures you're about to see are graphic.
Good job.
Kara Hurst and her 2 sons are staying close to home these days.
Woo! We haven't really gone on walks or gone to the park. My son's been pretty timid when we've been out and about.
Normally the family would head to their neighborhood park to play, but that all changed about a week ago after 2 men pulled up to the park with 2 dogs who were off leash.
And the pit bull just came straight for my son, who was in the swing, and right away bit him in the back and wouldn't let go.
Kara jumped into action, trying to pry the pit bull off her son Abel.
Your instinct kicks in, and I reached around and grabbed the top of his jaw to kind of grab him here to get him to release.
Large chunks of skin were gouged out of the toddler's back.
I was screaming and crying, and yeah, it was really horrific.
As Kara was trying to get the dog to stop biting Abel, the dog turned around and bit her too.
And then the owner got the dog off, but couldn't get control of it.
Once the dog owner was finally able to rein in the pit bull, he quickly put the dog in the car and left the scene without ever checking to see if the injured mom and son were okay.
You gonna hit it?
Abel was taken to the hospital where he was treated for multiple injuries.
He had about 10 stitches done, and yeah, he has quite a bit of scarring.
Both mom and son are being treated for potential rabies exposure.
Because they weren't able to find the dog or locate him, both him and I have to go through rabies treatment.
Meanwhile, the family is hoping the dog owner comes forward.
They need to leash their dogs and be responsible for their actions and not take an unleashed, untrained puppy to a playground. It's hard knowing that dog is still out there.
In Brooklyn Center, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
The owner was driving a bright red Jeep, unknown model. If you have any information, though, you're asked to call Brooklyn Center Police. At a city council meeting on Monday night, Brooklyn Center Police released new crime statistics. According to the department, robbery cases have doubled since 2019. Shots heard calls have increased from 20 in 2019 to 46 so far this year. And weapons recovered cases have jumped 200%. During the meeting, city council members expressed concerns and called for action.
We don't want to be alarmists, but we need to be realists and just look at the numbers and then know that we have to come up with a plan.
The Brooklyn Center Police Department says the current staffing shortage is making it difficult to investigate crime. The department says as of right now, there's no street crimes unit, which often works undercover. A popular Thai restaurant in Golden Valley reopened earlier this month after being forced to close over a faulty sewer line. As Delane Cleveland reports in this week's edition of Takeout Tuesday, longtime customers will notice a new and improved Nong's Thai Cuisine.
More than 8,000 miles separate Thailand from the Twin Cities. But you don't have to board a flight to Bangkok to get a taste of authentic Thai food.
I like Thai food. They have great spices. It's just an interesting cuisine. So.
Spice is just a small part of the draw at Nong's Thai Cuisine in Golden Valley, which opened in 2010.
Started off as a family business, and it still is a family business.
Palap Ratnasinghe is the owner of Nong's. His mom is the culinary mastermind behind the menu.
Everything we do on the walks, we cook it fresh, Less greasy, fresh ingredients that we stand for,
The restaurant is notable for dishes such as pad thai, curry, and other mouth-watering delicacies that draw customers from across the metro.
The food is really good. There's no decent Thai in Bloomington. So.
Despite its popularity, 2022 hasn't been a great year for Nong's. In February, the city of Golden Valley forced them and several other businesses in this strip mall to close for 3 months due to a faulty sewer line. Palap paid his staff that entire time.
We need them more than they did us, because if I reopen the restaurant now, I don't have them, what am I going to do with this space,
Not only did he pay the staff, he also decided to expand the seating capacity, double the size of the kitchen, and make some interior upgrades.
And I'm happy what we have now. I'm pretty happy also that we can come this far.
Now, Nong's is back and better than ever, much to the joy of its loyal customer base.
So happy, yeah.
In Golden Valley, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.